Bloomberg is reporting that Donald Trump has plans to establish what is known as the Patriot Games, a 4-day competition annually where one boy and one girl of each state volunteer as tribute to compete in a national competition for significant prizes. Another name for this is the fucking Hunger Games!
It was announced as a celebration, marketed as unity, sold as inspiration, but the internet heard something very different. All right, folks. Let's slow this down and walk through it carefully. This week, a major announcement dropped tied to America's 250th anniversary in 2026, a brand new national event, framed as patriotic, youth-focused, and unifying. Almost immediately, clips started circulating. Reactions followed. Then the comparisons came. And then the contradictions. In this video, you're going to see 3 things clearly laid out. What was expected, what actually exists on paper, and what past statements and reactions reveal when placed side by side. Several clips and public responses are moving around online right now. And instead of reacting emotionally, we're going to let the timeline do the talking. And if you appreciate calm breakdowns that let facts speak for themselves, subscribe to Breaking Supporters. Now let's start where every story like this begins. The expectation, folks, was simple and confident. A national athletic showcase. Young talent from every state. A celebration of discipline, competition, and patriotism. The language around the announcement leaned heavily into optimism, elite youth athletes, national pride, a once-in-a-generation milestone. A clean, symbolic idea, bring the country together through sports during America's 250th birthday. The framing suggested inspiration, opportunity, a moment for young Americans to shine on a national stage. For many watching those first clips, the expectation was a traditional sports competition tied to history. Nothing more, nothing less. But this is where the contrast begins, folks. Because once details started circulating, the framing shifted. One male and one female athlete selected per state. A centralized, federally branded event, tied directly to a broader political celebration calendar. And online, the tone changed fast.
I had multiple things this morning I was trying to figure out to post about. There's so many things that I'm like, I can't talk about them all. I have to choose what I'm going to talk about. And I narrowed it down, and then, as per usual, Donald Trump would be like, and then something else happened, which is this. Trump plans Patriot Games National Fair for 250th anniversary. What are the Patriot Games, you may ask? What exactly is that? Donald Trump just announced the creation of the Patriot Games and, quote, unprecedented 4-day athletic event, unquote, with, quote, one young man and one young woman from each state. And
this is reality if you never know. Instead of discussions about training, events, or sports formats, the conversation jumped straight to symbolism, structure, and historical parallels. Not because anyone told people to react that way, but because the details invited comparison. And once comparisons start, receipts usually follow. Let's bring in the timeline. Past speeches emphasized unity through competition. Earlier remarks praised athletic excellence as organic and community-driven. Previous messaging criticized centralized cultural spectacles as performative. Now place that next to this announcement. A nationally selected youth competition. Heavy patriotic branding. Rolled into a broader political celebration initiative. No commentary needed, just alignment. Then there are the older clips circulating now. Statements about youth being kept out of political symbolism. Comments questioning large-scale national showcases. Concerns previously voiced about optics over substance. And now those clips are being played back, not by opponents, but by timelines. Receipts don't argue. They just sit there.
We're officially living in a dystopian timeline. The fact that we are getting our own version of the Hunger Games live, like a real-life Hunger Games, is so wild, but also like it's kind of fun. The Patriots game, like it has like a ring to it. Now this first version won't have death. I'm sure that will come in like a year or two, so that will be interesting. But I'm not gonna lie, like this is our chance to like know what it was like to live in the Hunger Games in a way. But I'm kind of sad that like there's an age restriction because I would want to compete. My brain just goes to like main character syndrome, and like I literally want to wait. Okay, are we all thinking it now? think about Katniss and what she could do with a bow. Think Mockingjay, you know?
Public reaction has been all over the map. Some folks are excited. They see opportunity, visibility, and national pride. Others are skeptical, questioning structure, intent, and symbolism. Some are openly sarcastic, drawing pop culture comparisons. And others are simply confused, asking for clearer details. Supportive reactions focus on celebration. Critical reactions focus on framing. Neutral reactions are waiting for specifics. And what's notable is that the loudest reactions aren't about sports, they're about meaning. So let me ask you folks, when a national event mixes sports, symbolism, and politics, where does celebration end and messaging begin? What details matter more to you in moments like this? The intention behind an idea, or how it's structured and presented? And when old statements resurface during new announcements, should timelines be part of how we judge consistency? Drop your thoughts below. Read each other. Keep it sharp. This story isn't finished, folks. Details are still emerging. Formats aren't fully defined. Public reaction is still shifting. And as always, expectations don't exist in a vacuum. Reality eventually shows up, and receipts tend to follow close behind. Here on Breaking Supporters, we don't tell you what to think. We track what people expect and what actually happens. If you value that approach, subscribe. More breakdowns are coming. Thanks for watching.